I want to invite Anthony Nagatska. Did I say it right? All right. It looks like Nagasaku or Nagatsku. It's Nagasuka. It took.
It does look hard. It looks like Russian.
Anthony is coming to our community group, and it's taken me months now to get your name right, and I think I got it almost right. But we have emphasized. Have heard us talk over and over about community groups, and we want to keep emphasizing the importance of community groups here at New Hope. As a church, we place community groups on a high pedestal. We have our Sunday morning message and time together to come and worship, and that's a really critical time of the church gathering to worship God together and to hear a foundation of the Word. But then we put that into practice in our community groups. That's where it really begins to happen. So community groups stand apart from other programs or events that are going on because they're the lifeblood of our church. And so we want to just keep emphasizing. Now, I know, Anthony, you guys have joined our group a few months ago. And can you just let us know maybe what the group has meant to you and how it's impacted you guys?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, John. It's quite an amazing sort of journey for us. My wife and I, Angel, we've been praying about a community group for a long time. We just didn't really know how to get involved. And last year, about I'd say shortly after the men's retreat, my wife and I we said, hey, we really need to get involved. We don't know how, but we need to get involved in a community group, small group. And so we just prayed about it. It was really scary for us. My wife's a little bit introverted. I'm not exactly the most extroverted person either. But so we prayed, and shortly after getting to know John a little bit better, we exchanged numbers. And then one day, John just texted me and said, hey, want to join our community group? And we thought, wow, what a great opportunity. God's answering our prayers. So I showed my wife the text, and we looked at each other and like, wow, that's weird. We are looking for a community group, and here John is asking us to join his community group. So we thought, okay, no real pressure. John's like, no pressure. And so we came, and we thought, yeah, if they're just weird or we just don't like them, we can always bail out or whatnot. So, but it was a little weird because I've personally never been part of a community group. My wife has been, but I haven't, so I really didn't know what to expect. I thought, wow, my biblical knowledge isn't just great. They're going to be walking all over me. I'm just, not going to know how to respond. I'm not going to be involved. A lot of reservations on my part. My wife's reservations were she's an introvert, so it's a little bit difficult. But we got involved, and we just, from day one, it's been great. John's group is so diverse. We thought maybe everyone's going to be our age or a little bit older. Really diverse, from younger to older. So we cover the gamut. My wife and I also, just a little tidbit, we thought, how are we going to put this in? Because we have 4 kids. We've got kids from 3-year-old to 17. So we thought, and our lives are really busy. I've got a 3-hour commute daily, and how are we going to fit this in? So we just said we're going to try it and we're going to do it. Time is not an excuse. We fit everything else in. We can fit this in. And since doing it, it's been so wonderful. It's been about 6 months now. And now my wife and I, we yearn to go. We wish community group was every other day. So that's how much it's impacted us, our lives. We've started to see prayers just come to, we pray and prayers, everyone in the group, we all pray for each other, and we've had a lot of struggles, but it's just been such a support group as well. It challenges our thinking, it challenges our spirituality, for us growing closer to God. My wife and I, for any of you guys that are married, it's actually strengthened our marriage, wonderfully. We have normal struggles like any other marriage couple does. But I've always thought we had a strong relationship, my wife and I, and it's only gotten stronger, and it continues to grow, which is on par with our relationship with God as well. So our relationship has just grown so much. So I encourage all of you guys. My daughter and kids, they come too, and they love it. So
that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it's been been so fun. We trained all of our leaders in mission and in this concept that we're moving through as a church of being God's missionary people and being disciples who make disciples. And so you hear those themes here on Sunday mornings, but it's in a community group where you get to actually band together with other believers to say, okay, what does this actually look like? How do I align my life so that I can live this out? You know, sometimes it's hard to go out of here on a Sunday morning and think, how am I going to apply that? How am I going to make changes in my life to make that real? And community groups are where that happens. We serve together. We support each other. It's an incredible opportunity. I've had that same conversation that I had with Anthony of, hey, have you guys thought about being a part of a community group? And they will say to me, oh, we've been thinking about that. Wow, maybe we should plug in. So I know that there's a lot of people out there that have thought about being part of a community group. So I want to challenge you. This is the time to actually plug in and connect. You can find a list of all of our community groups at the Resource Center or online on our website. If you go to newhopewestcoast.org or newhopesimi.org, you click under the Discipleship tab, and all of them will be listed there. So, little plug for community groups. Join in. You will not be disappointed.